Ready for me. Hi, everyone. Here we are again at Homestead Senior Care on Perry Highway. You know where we do a lot of our programs for my dog and me. And just one thing about Homestead, I think it's a great organization. I certainly appreciate Lisa's help in letting us do. I think we've probably done maybe 40 programs now here. But today we're really going to have some fun because we have a dog that happens to be in a training class with my dog, and I'm going to let the owner introduce herself and then introduce the dog, and we'll see what happens.
Hello, I'm Etta Dixon, and this is my poodle pointer. She is 4 years old. She'll be 4 in January. She's a breed from Germany from the 1800s, and she's a very active hunting dog.
Poodle pointer.
Poodle, P-U-D-E-L-P-O-I-N-T-E-R.
And what were they originally? I'm going to be kissed the whole way, aren't I?
You are.
Oh my God. Okay, what were they originally bred for?
The gentleman that come up with the poodle pointers was a hunter, and he always had German poodles, just a standard poodle.
Is a German poodle different from a French poodle? I don't think, are they?
I don't know that.
But they probably are just very similar.
It's
and they're
just,
good hunters too.
They're excellent hunters, very smart, very intense. But the poodle wasn't doing all he wanted. He wanted a dog that could do upland birds, which is pheasants, grouse.
Upland.
Upland. They're on the land, they're not in the water.
Oh, okay.
So they would do pheasants, grouse, quail, chukars, woodcock, any of your flying birds that are on land.
Okay, that's an upland bird, and they do that's all the ones that people hunt on land,
correct,
as opposed to in the water. But you threw a word in there I never heard. Give me that list again of
a woodcock.
I know that one.
Chukar.
What's a chukar?
A chukar is a training bird that you raise, and they don't grow in the wild. They're mainly for training.
But are they dead when you use them?
Well, they're alive till the dog gets them.
And then will she kill them?
No, we shoot them.
You shoot them, and then she brings it.
The dog does not kill the birds. The dog brings the bird back.
And the bird's alive then?
No, because we've shot them.
Oh, they're shot. Okay.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they also wanted a dog that would hunt in the water, ducks, geese, so she can do it all. She's a great swimmer. She's a great hunter. She can track. She can point. She will flush. She will retrieve. So a lot of your hunting dogs will either flush birds or point birds.
Some of the people that are watching this probably know Robin Peterson, who does Red Ball Dog Academy. What do her dogs do?
Her dog is a flusher. So they will go into the fields and the woods and find a bird and push them up to fly.
Oh, okay.
Then the hunters will shoot them, then their dog will bring them back.
And in contrast, what does yours do?
Lucy will go in the field or the woods, find a bird, point the bird.
Stand there and point. She actually does it. Okay.
Her nose will go, if the bird's this way, if the cone, there's a scent cone that comes out from the birds.
Okay.
As soon as she hits that scent cone, she stops and points it. I think she just went downstairs. So she'll either point it head on, or if it's at the side, Lucy, here. Sit. Now stay. So she will find that scent cone and she'll point it, which means her nose will go to where the scent is, her body will get rigid, and her tail is straight out behind her. And most of the time she'll have a paw up. And that is a point, and she will stand there until I get there. Because she hunts out ahead of me, so I'm coming up through the woods and I just say, whoa, and she will stay and point that bird. And then I go in and flush the bird, which means I kick at it and make it leave, and it flies. Then the theory is I'm supposed to shoot it, but that doesn't always happen. But I shoot the bird, she goes out and finds it and brings it back. Now it can be 100 feet out, it can be 30 yards out, however far the bird ends up going, and she will hunt until she finds it and bring it back to me.
We'll come back to that in a minute because I want to ask you, I was watching some other dogs do some stuff down in Cockerton about a year ago, and I forget what they were doing. But let's talk about the breed first. So, what colors do they come?
They come in brown, an old, like a fall leaf brown, and those dogs usually have amber colored eyes. Beautiful dogs. And that is the most common, is the brown. And then you have the black eyes. And she has beautiful dark black eyes.
What is this on her?
She has an orange collar on, which is hunting color, so that I take her in the woods all the time, so I use the orange so she's seen, because it's hard to see her in the woods. Then this is just It's our training collar.
Can you turn that so they can see that just a little bit? Because I don't think that anybody here has seen that before. Oh, okay.
It will blink. I can make it vibrate. Doesn't hurt her. I can make it vibrate on her, or I can tone it, which means it'll beep. I can turn the light on at night, so if we're out in the woods at night or in the yard at night, I can turn the light on and I know where she is.
Is this a GPS also?
Well, this one is not a GPS.
Okay, so this here is just to have on whenever you're hunting with her and stuff like that.
When I hunt with her, I use a GPS collar. And that one will show me where she is. She's 45 feet that way. She's 78 yards that way.
And this one here is a training collar.
This is a training collar.
Show it one more time. And what all can this do? You're just amazing me. You've thrown too many things at me at one time. All right, the training collar, what all does this do?
It'll beep. And that tone tells her, come back to me. It'll vibrate, so that just shakes a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Or I can hit her with a little current. And I don't do that very often. These will actually give her a shock.
And that has to be tight, that has to be to the skin.
Yes.
Awfully doggone
Yeah.
close.
I don't put it, you're supposed to have it 2 fingers away from the, 2 fingers under her collar. Under any collar on a dog, it should be 2 fingers.
That's the same thing with,
Any dog, any
Yeah,
collar. Because
okay.
you want it tight enough that you have control, but not that it's hurting them.
okay.
Then you
So-
can turn the light on if it's at night and you want to see where she is. I just flip the light on and I know, oh, she's that way.
Okay, so let's go, we're going backwards again.
Okay.
Okay, black dog in the different colors. What do they usually weigh?
Between 45 and 60 pounds is a good weight.
What's she weigh?
She's 52.
52 pounds.
52.
Do they shed?
They shed very little. All dogs shed, of course.
Right.
But she sheds very little. And I comb her, I can get out her loose hair. This is her summer hair. She's just getting her fall hair. When she hunts, she rips out a lot of her furnishings because usually her ear hair is longer, her beard's a little bit longer. But she gets in the brambles and you comb it and then it comes off. But they do shed a little bit, but not much.
What are their health? Do they have any health issues?
They, of course, the hip dysplasia. I think.
Oh, is
every
that common
dog is.
among?
Not common, but it's one that they can get. You have to
Okay.
watch their ears. They get ear infections. Knock
Because
on
they've got
wood.
down ears.
Right.
Dogs with down ears, as opposed to the dog that has ears up like
Mm-hmm.
this, like German. No, not what else? German shepherds don't always have up ears. My collies have up ears, but sometimes they drop down a little bit. But down-eared dogs have a greater tendency
Mm-hmm. Right.
to have ear infections.
Right.
And that's what she has.
A little bit of eye problems sometimes. She's healthy. The only thing I've noticed with her is she broke her canine because she is a great chewer. I mean, she likes to chew, so no more hard things. And I'm not sure how she did it. Could have been from running into the neighbor dog too, because they play pretty rough.
That's funny you'd say that because I had my dog
Right
down
here.
recently for an examination at Conneaut Lake Vet, and while we're looking, Cody's missing a tooth on the one side too, and God
Huh.
knows how it ever happened. It
Yeah.
just happens.
Yep.
Huh. Tell me some more about it. What else can she? And she was strictly bought by you as a companion.
Yes, I wanted a dog that didn't shed a lot,
Okay, we got that.
that was active.
So we have that.
That would make me get up and do things, and she definitely does that. Not a big dog, and a dog that got along with with people and other animals. She's not around any other animals, but if she was, she would be fine with them.
She is fine because we are in training class together.
Right, but
And
I don't live with another dog or anything.
No.
But she's just a super companion. I spent a long time researching dogs and trying to figure out which dog I wanted, and I settled on her.
Why?
I just thought they were cute.
She is cute.
I mean, I just like the look of them. I like the hair. I like the whiskers and the beard. I used to have a Welsh Terrier, which has
okay,
a lot of,
sure.
of facial hair. So I found a lady that bred them. I actually talked to several of the breeders, and this lady was from Harrisburg, and she put me on a list, and I waited for about a year, and then they had puppies, and I got Lucy.
Does she breed this breed a lot? This person?
Not a lot, but she's getting more into breeding. She's actually moved to Nebraska, so she's not here any longer. And the interesting thing I thought, she didn't let me come and pick out my dog. She interviewed me, asked me all kinds of questions, and was I a hunter? Well, at that time I hunt deer, I didn't hunt birds. Well, she wanted somebody that hunted birds, so I promised her that I would get into bird hunting. I hunted turkeys and things, you know. So that was one of the prerequisites.
And she picked you then out of your application.
And she found the dog that she thought would fit me.
How many dogs were in the litter?
8.
8. That's interesting because we've talked about that as many breeders just really don't care. You go in, I'll take that one there for whatever reason. I remember whenever I picked my one collie, it was between a tricolor and a sable, and I couldn't decide which one I wanted, and the sable was being a devil, not Cody, but one I had before. And I said, I'll take him because he's going to go into a house with 4 other dogs, and I need a dog that can handle that. Whether or not the breeder would have said that was a good choice, I don't know. But some breeders do that. I know Robin, talking about Robin, which we talk about a lot on the shows of Red Ball Dog Academy, she picks the owner also.
Yes.
I believe she does.
Yeah, it's interesting. And the lady that I bought her from, I said, which is High Power Pudelpointers is the name of the breeder. And I asked for a brown female.
Well, guess what happened?
And there were 4 browns. I think there was 7 in that litter. I'm sorry, not 8. There were 7. There were 4 browns and 3 blacks. And I ended up with a black one. And it couldn't fit me any better. I mean, she has a brown sister that is so short-haired. She has no furnishings on her at all, a little bit on her nose, but the rest of her is just a smooth coat. So they're very unique.
She has a unique face. The eyebrows and all that stuff are really, actually quite a designation on her. You really look at it right away.
Yes, she's pretty special. And she's very black, except she has brown around her muzzle and her eyebrows. She'll get get it like an amber color. But she's very, very affectionate. When she's hunting, she is 100% hunt. I mean, personality is so different. She's very focused and very aggressive, and she'll come out with like prickers stuck in her, you know, thorns and things. I do put an orange vest on her so she's easily seen, and it protects her belly a little bit, but she comes out, she's a mess.
How long does it take her to clean her up?
Not long. Once she is dry, the things brush out of her very easy. I actually use a tick comb on her, and it just cleans
do you?
everything.
Yeah, that would do it too.
Yeah.
She's very intense on me.
Yes, yeah.
Do you think I like you? No, I don't. What makes you think I do? What else can you tell me about her?
She's very intelligent, super intelligent. She's almost 4, and I can still teach her new things. I mean, she just doesn't stop learning. She's wants to please. She wants to do what's right. She listens pretty well. I'm proud of the fact that at home I don't have to keep her in a fenced-in area. I fenced in my yard, but I don't need it. I open the door and let her go out, and I say, stay close, and she stays close.
Oh, really?
I mean, she's very, very good. She wants to be by me. And an interesting thing also, when we're hunting, she can be out, 100 feet, and the goldenrod is very tall. I mean,
Absolutely.
I can't see over it. And I will call her, and she knows where I am, and she will come back to me. But usually when I'm hunting, I will talk to her. Oh, good girl, Lucy, over here, and so she knows where I am. And when I'm at home not hunting, I'll go in the woods and I'll hide from her. And it's not very long till she knows where I am.
Well, now you said whenever you bought her, you had to agree to train her.
Yes.
How long did that take?
Well, you always are training.
Well, I know, we always talk about that.
I went to an organization called NAVDA, which is North American Versatile Hunting Dog Association. Very, very good. It's all
NAVA.
NAVDA.
NAVDA, North American
Versatile Hunting Dog Association.
And where's that located?
All over. They're all over the United States.
Where was it for you?
I went to Ohio.
Went to Ohio.
To Steubenville. And they help you train for versatile hunting. They actually have a test that they do. They do a natural ability test, which she did. Our breeder wanted that certification so that they can say, yes, they are born with this natural ability.
And she passed?
She did.
And so, how long was that test?
How long was the test?
Was that all day, or?
No, it's very short. She had to go out and track a duck, which they drag a duck through the field and they hide it up in the woods, and she had to show that she was tracking. She couldn't just go out and go up to the duck. She had to track it with her nose.
Was that the first thing you did? Because how did she know to do that?
Well, you work with her a little bit.
Oh, you worked with her a little bit before you got there. Okay,
yeah.
so she was okay at that. What else did they have to do?
She had to swim. So I took her, and the funny part, I had a broken wrist at the time, so I was in sad shape, but she did what she was supposed to. Take her to the edge of the water, you throw a bumper out, she had to swim out and bring the bumper back.
Does she have web feet?
She does have web
Does
feet,
she?
and she loves to swim. Sometimes when we're hunting, and it's hot, I'll go, where is the dog? And they'll say, she's over here in the pond. So she'll find water, swim around, get cooled off, come back out, and back to the hunt. Just incredible how much they like the water and how much they like to hunt.
And dogs that do an awful lot of water jobs and training that do have web feet. People don't realize that.
Yeah, she has web feet.
Huh. Okay, so then what else did you have to, so you went to this class.
There were all kinds of dogs there, any kind of a versatile hunting dog.
What would that be?
So a versatile,
Versatile hunting dog would be like your German short hairs, your,
Golden retriever?
no, they are not
No.
versatile. They don't do pointing.
Is it just the dogs that point?
The dogs that will point, flush, retrieve, track, versatile. They do it all.
Okay, so
Water, upland.
so what other dogs would do that?
The German short hair, your, why'd you ask me? Your Springer Spaniels, a lot of your Spaniels, the English Pointer,
Oh wow.
you know, what are the ones with the long hair, long ears, kind of like a
Cocker Spaniels.
Cocker Spaniels?
Yes.
I mean, any dog that will do more than,
Brittany Spaniels.
those are great, versatile hunting dogs.
Well, so she passed the first test, and then you went for training. How long did you train with her in that setting over in
I
Steubenville?
trained over there until last year when my friend that hunted with me passed away, and then I stopped going over there because it's a lot for me at this point to do it all by myself. I still train her, I just don't go to NAVDA any longer.
And then is there competition for her? Oh wait, let's go back. Is this that you did, the training, for you as a hunter, or was it so you could compete with her and get ribbons and stuff like that? Or was it both?
It was not to get the ribbons, it was to get the training and the recognition for the breeder
That she is producing
a good dog,
a good hunting dog.
And did you compete then?
No, you
You've
don't
never
compete,
competed.
you test.
You just had to test.
I did the natural ability test, and then there's another test, and we were training for it, but I did not do it. And that would have been more intense things, you know, finding a bird,
that's
a duck that's in the water that's hidden, you know, over there, or hunting and bringing back the bird. It's just a more intense test.
But so where do you go and do it around here? You just take her anywhere? I mean, are you this crazy person that shows up with a black dog with an orange collar up at not Tamarack, one of the ones, one of the ponds, and then you just train her there, work with
Yeah.
her there?
Anywhere she's allowed. We do a lot at Tamarack. I live by Tamarack, so she's there a lot during the summer. And I just throw the bumper in and she swims. I throw it into cattails to make sure she can go through the cattails. Sit. Yes, I go anywhere I can to train her. And I go to a lot of the game lands and walk with her and train her there.
there's a couple friends that I have
That have property that
has woods, we go there and
train.
I do a lot of training in the yard.
You know, you go out, you hide the bumpers, you hide the ducks, you hide whatever. You know, when we hunt, a lot of times I'll bring the bird home and freeze it and then bring it back out and work with it in the yard so that she can find it.
Well, now,
Stay.
but you can also just go somewhere and she will flush a bird out for you.
If we're hunting,
How does she know? Why?
how does she know when we're hunting?
Yeah, how does she know when you're hunting?
This morning when I got up and she saw me fixing my hair, she went out and got in her kennel because that means I'm going away and she's staying home. Lucy, quit. Nope.
Well,
So today, after I fixed my hair, she saw me put on my pants. These are hunting pants.
they got the pockets and
She
all that
knows
stuff.
that. So then she's excited. She's like, oh, maybe I'm going with her. And then as soon as I put on my shirt, which is my hunting shirt, if I get out the orange, it's game over. She's just beside herself because she knows for sure. So she knew we were going hunting today. She doesn't know when, but you know, then I came here and she's like, but she knows. They just have that intuition.
But how does what you do different than what Robin does? She throws the What is she? She threw the birds into the water?
Robin is training for AKC testing.
The hunt test.
Oh, the hunt test.
Yes. She is not AKC recognized. She's in the AKC book, so she's logged that there's a poodle pointer. But the Poodle Pointer Association doesn't want them to be AKC because then they're afraid that they will interfere with their hunting and want to make them a show dog and go more on their appearance than on their job,
And
which is to hunt.
she works.
She works hard. So she can never test in the hunt test. I've trained with them, but she can't test in that because AKC doesn't recognize her.
The bureaucracy of all this garbage is nuts.
It's okay though, we don't really want them to. We don't want, I went to a meeting one time and there was an AKC judge there. And she said, do you want us to look at your dog's hair? You know, their coat and everything. So I said, sure. So she looked at her and she said, well, she's like, she really needs plucked, this hair's too long. And she said,
It needs what?
plucked, because you pull out their hair, you don't cut it.
What? I brush my dog. You know.
Does your dog have two coats? Does it have a top coat and an undercoat? Probably not.
I don't think so.
No.
Does she have two coats?
Yes. She's waterproof.
You're waterproof.
I mean, she gets in the water and she dries so quickly when she's done.
So wait, you pluck? What do you pluck it with? Your fingers?
Yes, you just pull out these long hairs. I don't do it to her because she sheds it herself because we're always out in the brambles. I had to
So you pluck a dog's fur.
I plucked my Welsh Terrier too. A lot of the show
You're
dogs.
making this up.
A lot of the show dogs are plucked. You don't cut their hair because if you cut it, then you get a different texture, and a lot of times the hair turns gray if you cut it. But if you pluck it, you're just pulling it out naturally, and the coat still comes in the same way.
So if you're going to groom her tonight, oh, I know, Lucy. If you're going to groom her tonight, then you put her wherever you groom her, and then you look for the long fur and pull it out.
You could. I don't. I just comb
People
her.
do that.
Yes. Because she'll end up having this longer hair here than anywhere else. Now you can see it's pretty much the same length. But she's at the end of the season too. Yeah. It's just like you pluck the hair out of their ears.
Do you do that too?
Yes.
They do that to poodles and stuff like that. They don't pluck the fur out of my dog's ear.
Maybe your dog doesn't have ear hair.
But some of them get long hairs in their
Well, I
ear.
know
and
they
if
do,
you
and then
don't-
they just pull that out.
Uh-huh.
Well, can you get her to? What can you get her to do? She talks a lot. She's not talking now.
Well, because I told her to be quiet.
Well, let's tell her to talk because I love that she talks. Does she talk when you're training?
No, when we're training, it's a different ball game.
If we're playing, she talks, but
If we're training, she does not. If we're out playing with the bumper and she's playing fetch and she's bringing it back, she does.
She talks the whole time.
yes. But if we're working, she does not talk. If I'm hiding the bumpers over there or the ducks over there for her to find, she's serious.
She has an on-off button. We'll go out and hunt today. She will be crazy.
The energy, the enthusiasm. We'll go back to the house and it's like a different dog. She lays down, she's quiet, she sleeps, she's calm.
Do you do that? She likes to give kisses.
She's very affectionate.
You are very affectionate. I'm going to be really mauled when I get home. This is not good. I know. But I'm just a...
Lucy, sit. Down. Up. Up. Heel.
Do it. So, can you catch us there? Okay.
Heel.
I have a treat in my pocket, which I don't usually treat her when I'm training her.
When we're in
hide.
class, do you do treats in class?
Hide.
Not enough space. I do. I didn't want to, but Robin encouraged me.
She really likes
What
that.
are you talking about? I know, it's so true, isn't it? You like to have treats. You like treats? You want a treat? Yes.
I know. You want this one? Sit. Down. Over. Up. Here. Sit.
Treat.
What was the thing you just tried to get her to do? Hide.
Well,
Maybe I can get her to do it. I love this because to me, it's more control. Lucy, here. Sit. Sit. Hide.
just that.
How much control is that? I can do anything.
Anything I want now.
She's not over there. She's not over there. She's here where I can reach her. I can clip her collar, her harness on her.
So that's your signal to get in that position so
Yes.
you can do. You do that whenever you're training with her, and
Sometimes. It's just something new that I taught her in about 20 minutes one day. I thought, oh, it would be nice if I could get her to come here so that I can do whatever I need to do.
Lucy, sit. 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 Stay.
She's trusting. She'll let me do anything I want to. She knows I'm not going to hurt her.
she doesn't get up when you step over and that
No.
stuff. And my
Down.
dogs don't do that either.
No, she'll just stay there. She doesn't care. But because I've never teased her, I've never hurt her, I've never,
Yeah.
you know,
I don't either.
That's a good girl. Up. Up.
You are spoiled.
Front. Front.
Get her to talk.
Do you want a treat? Woof. Woof. She's like, I'm not talking. Here.
this is fun. Back, back. The treats in my pocket are a throw. Front. What do you want? A treat? Woof.
Well, you. Oh, there we
Yes,
go.
I
Yeah.
know.
Oh, now you're
Woo.
talking.
What do you want? Do you want more treats? You do?
Yes. Now? Woof, woof. Yeah, I know. I know. We dance at home. I've taught her to do a little dance where she'll do things with
Come
me.
on.
It's fun.
Watch this. Up.
Down.
Up. Up.
I know. What do you think, Lucy? Down. Yeah.
Hide.
See, just right there. She doesn't go all the way through.
Come around. This way.
And you know, you can get them.
You send them out. You can get them to place. You can get them like right
Here,
here.
maybe she will. Here. Maybe.
Place.
Maybe I'll-
Over.
Oh, that's a down. Good girl. So she's anything. I mean, she rings a bell if she has to go outside.
She doesn't do it all the time now because now I know
When she has to go out, when she was a pup.
puppy, she'd ring the bell at the door.
We have a dog in our therapy class. You have to work on this. You know what she got her dog to do, which just amazes me. She says to the dog, sneeze, and he goes, ashoo, ashoo. And then she says, wipe your nose. And he takes his right paw and he goes like this across his face. And when she does that at Barco or at the nursing homes, people fall on the floor laughing. I mean, what dog sneezes and then wipes your nose? And she does another thing where the dog walks between her legs and puts his front paws on her legs, on her feet, and then she walks, and wherever she moves her feet, that dog keeps the paws in place.
Yeah, I believe it. You can train.
You should do that one because that's a good one.
You can teach them to do anything you want. It's just all about consistency and patience
How
and
does
your
this,
tone of voice.
Yeah, how does this one differ from? Would you have it before a new
A Welsh Terrier.
Welsh Terrier? How does this one differ as far as obedience and training and doing stuff?
Welsh
or are you just
Terriers-
more into it now?
Welsh Terriers were very intelligent too. I think the difference now between any dog I've had and now is I don't have any children to take care of.
So my focus is on the dog.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm busy, I'm active, I do a lot of things, but my focus is on the dog.
Does she? What else? Can she do anything else? I'm just amazed at what this dog can do. I love the fact that she talks. We're in a training class together with Robin
don't talk.
Peterson,
Do you talk?
and my colleague needs to go to her training
Yeah,
school.
talk.
But you know what? And in defense of myself, if you have a lot of time to train a dog, a lot of them will do so much for you.
Yes, absolutely.
And I said the other night, whenever I was in class with Robin and we were doing something, and I said that maybe the person beside me, I said, my dog can't do all that, but when I take Maddie to Barco or to the cancer center or someplace as a therapy dog, she is just spot on the whole time, and that's what I want in her. So I don't care if she can do, I'd love to have my dog do this stuff because I think it's hysterical, but mine is more of a dog that is trained to be the therapy dog that has to be beside me
Right.
and not pull me down the hall and stand there whenever I have my 10-minute conversations with people because, and she just stands patiently as if to say, do you think maybe we can go on
Yeah.
now to the next person or something like that?
But that's her job.
Yeah, it's
They
her
all
job.
have their job. And her
Oh,
job is
heavens.
different. One of the trainings I went to, there was a man there that was talking about blood tracking. So if somebody shoots a deer, they have a dog that comes out and will track the deer. Like sometimes the hunters lose that deer.
Yeah, I know.
They can't find it. So there's a little dog. It's not a wiener dog, but it's a small dog like that. I don't know what it was called. But they trained that dog to
Hunt.
find the blood track. So he was at this versatile poodle pointer thing, and he said, does anybody want to try it with their dog? I said, yeah, I'll try it. So what the guy does is he drags a piece of skin or something that has blood on it on the ground through the woods, you know, over logs, under trees, all kinds of things, and hides it out there. And he showed us how his dog will get on that trail and find it. And the dog's nose was on that blood the whole time. So I put Lucy there, and she's just bouncing around, her nose is up in the air, and she's following the trail, but not nose to the ground following the trail. And pretty soon she gets close to where it is, her nose is on the ground, and she goes right to the blood, or to the prize. And the guy said, she's not going to find it, her nose isn't on the ground, she's not smelling it. She was smelling it.
Yep.
She is a different kind of a hunting dog. Her nose is in the air and she's getting that scent cone, and was able, when she got close, then she put her nose to the ground and found it.
They could use someone like her for search and rescue.
I'm sure they could. I'm sure they could. Her sister does dock diving in Canada. She's
Really?
like huge into that. She'll jump like 27 feet. I mean,
That's a very good jump.
it's incredible. She had an older poodle pointer, and then she got one of Lucy's sisters. So as long as you're doing something very active with them, you know, they're happy.
What's your next plan for her?
I don't really have another plan.
I mean,
just
you don't look
Continue
and
to train her, continue to hunt with her.
But is there something that you would like to see her do better?
I would like to see her bring the bird back and put it in my hand, which is what she's supposed to do. And I've always stumbled with that, because when she was younger and was supposed to be doing that, she was so darn cute, and I'd be like, oh, you know, and that was fine. And I should have been a little stricter and made her put it in my hand.
And what does she do now? Drop it at your feet?
Yeah, she'll just bring it over and put it there. And I probably could follow through with it, but, you know, to me, I'm not breeding her, hunting her, testing her, training her to do something that everybody else wants. I want her to hunt like I want her to hunt.
Is she spayed?
She is spayed.
Okay.
I got her spayed when she was 18 months. I thought about letting her have puppies, which I wasn't able to do that, but I wanted to give her to another reputable breeder that would take charge and breed her, and then I would get one of the puppies. But she started having trouble with her mammary glands, and they were, you know, getting plugged or clogged
or something.
So they said it's probably better that she gets spayed. So that's what we did.
I want to go back to one thing. I was someplace where they had a lot of dead, wait, let me see if I've got this right. They send someplace and get dead birds, and dead birds are delivered that are frozen that come to the person's house. Now, do you do that?
I freeze my own birds, but yes, you can. It's for training. You want that scent, and a lot of times they'll.
But you're killing these birds just
For training?
Yeah.
And we're killing those cows for what? We eat them.
Okay, all right, you proved your
We're
point.
hunting those pheasants. We eat them. We don't just throw those pheasants away.
Do you eat stuff that she gets?
Absolutely.
Like what? Pheasant?
Pheasants, chuckers. I don't hunt duck, but if we did, I would eat the duck.
Why don't you hunt duck?
Because I just haven't gotten into that.
But you would, wouldn't you? You would love to hunt some ducks.
But she doesn't have to go in the water to get anything.
She would, and sometimes she has to go in to get a pheasant. If we're hunting around a pond and I shoot the pheasant that goes in the pond, she has to go in and get it. And she would do it in a heartbeat. I mean, it wouldn't. She'll go through anything. She will actually come to a thicket of brush and things, and you think, oh my gosh, how's she going to get in there? And she will get in there. And she was on point one day, and she was in this thicket of stuff, and I'm like, oh gosh. whoa, Lucy, is what I say to her, and she won't move. And then pretty soon I'm up to where she is, and I can't get in there. I'm walking back and forth, and I'm talking to her, and I'm trying to figure out, I have my gun in my hand, and I have all this gear on, and I'm trying to get through all this stuff. And pretty soon she's moving, which means the bird is moving. So then I hear her, which is her, I'm after this thing, and pretty soon she comes out carrying that bird. I couldn't get in there, and the bird was moving, and she wasn't going to let it loose. And that day, she brought me a live bird. I mean, she has a soft mouth, it's called, where she's not just...
Right.
And she brought me that bird.
Gosh, I wish I could remember what we did down in Cockerton and what type of testing that was. I'm looking at my cameraman, but I'm not sure that he remembers either. But we were doing, I think they were tossing the birds, weren't they? I'm not sure. Remember, they had put them down there. It's what Becky Stanton does, the veterinarian. And she's in a whole group that does stuff, and we had dogs. I'm just amazed at what they do.
Maybe just retrieving?
No, it was something really different because she doesn't. She travels. She travels with that dog to tests.
I would like to know what that is. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, you need to find out from her, or for me to. Whenever I see her, I'm going to ask her because she does that, and they go to a place in Cockerton, a big farm down there. As my cameraman's shaking his head, I think, and we went to that big farm, and that's where they were doing it with all those. Do you remember that, Mr. Cameraman? He said yes, he does remember.
Yeah,
but they did a lot. But I know, Etta, that she travels all over the place, and she gets and she does it for the recognition and for the awards and stuff like that. But she's really into it. But it's totally different than what Robin does.
Yeah, I don't know what that would be. That's interesting.
Yeah,
it's like people that are into agility. How cool is that? She would have been great at agility.
She's fast.
But yeah, she's very fast. She can. I have a four-wheeler that I go up in the woods with her when she needs to run, and I'll take it up, and I can get it into fourth gear, which is fast, and she's in front of me. Her goal is to stay in front. Like if she stops to go to the bathroom or whatever, the next thing you know, she's in front of me. And a lot of times I will pull over just a little bit and she'll pass me, so she's in the front. She likes to be in the lead.
Has she had any injuries? Knock on wood, no. Nothing bad.
No. She cut one of the pads on her feet one time, and that was pretty tough. I had to get it glued together, and then she had to wear a boot and stay calm and all that.
So if I want one of these dogs, what should I do before I decide that I'm going to get one? Of course, read about it.
Well, yes, educate yourself on what you're getting.
And people don't do that anyways with their dogs.
No.
My favorite one is the Border Collie that somebody has, and of course they're crazy.
Yeah.
Border Collie, and then they live in an apartment where the dog never gets out and never plays and never has any exercise. And I always say to people, what were you thinking? Border Collies need the exercise.
Or they have an older person that knows what they need to do but can't.
Yeah.
You know, for her, a 20-minute walk twice a day isn't enough. She needs to go out and run. She needs to exercise. We do a lot of brain games, you know, where I'll have her place and have her lay down and leave the treat, go over and find that, fetch this. I play hide and seek with her. I hide toys and have her find. I drop things inside the 4-foot fence and I send her in and she gets it and brings it back to me.
What if somebody got a dog like this, or a dog that does, what's it called again, retrieve? You had
A versatile hunting dog?
Yeah. Do you ever help people that need help? Would you help people, or would you send them to Steubenville?
Oh no, I would help them.
Would you? I mean, you know so doggone much.
Well, I don't know a lot, but I would help them as much as I could.
Well,
people that get a dog, you want the dog to be successful, and you want them to be happy. So I would do anything.
We're talking about exercise. I have 2 acres fenced in. I live beside the Bark Park, the old Bark Park, but I have 2 acres. My dogs run and play all day long when they're outside. And now I have people that say, well, can I bring my dog over to run and play with them too? And I say, as long as you pick up the poop, you can have your dog come over and play. But it's so important for them to get exercise. And the one lady is an older woman, and she's not old. I think she's probably my age, and we're not older. We're just
older.
Yeah, we're older, but whatever we are. And you knew who that is. It's Mr. Parker.
Okay.
And Mr. Parker comes to my house, and she'll say he just needed to get out today, and she doesn't have a fenced-in yard. So I say, well, the deal is you come up, get my 2 out, and then whenever you're all done, throw them back in the house again.
Yeah.
But they run and run and run and play.
They need to.
They do,
They
and
absolutely
they're
need
so
to.
lucky to have places like that where they can do that, or people to go to a place like the Bark Park
Yes.
and let the dogs run in a fenced-in area. Okay, what else should I know about? We're done. I think we're done, Liz. Tell me 5 things I should know about this pooch.
You should know that they are very affectionate. You should know that they need a lot of exercise.
Not a kiss in the mouth. Go ahead. Very affectionate.
A lot of exercise. Very intelligent.
Yeah.
You have to exercise their mind as much as you need to exercise their body. And I hope you like to hunt if you get one,
Oh, yeah.
because that's what she lives to do.
Well, she's good, and I love the talking. The talking just cracks me up. I wait in training class until she hasn't done something exactly right, and then you give her the little correction. And then she talks and talks and talks and talks and talks.
Yep. A lot of times she'll talk if she's moving around and I bump her, like, or if she runs into me, or if she trips over something, she'll talk. Like, why is that there?
Yeah, that's what she does. She's really full of that.
Yeah, she's quite entertaining.
Well, thank you so much for coming. I mean, I'm educated. I hope I can remember all these things you told me. I'm glad we had talked the other day, because it really set up my enthusiasm to know more. Usually I have my piece of paper and pencil, but I didn't need it because I was so interested to find out about this dog. The tail's like a lethal weapon, by the way. It hit me downstairs.
The tail will hurt.
It did.
And it was docked. And also they have their dew
Is
claws.
this docked?
Uh-huh.
They don't dock it all the way then.
No, just enough. You have to point with something.
Do you ever see them that don't have a dock tail?
Yes. They're long. They're pretty long.
You don't like that long.
She has her dew claws still. We
Oh,
don't
does she?
take out the dew claws. And I trim her nails myself, and she'll stand there and I'll say, lift, and up comes the back foot. And one day, it was very sad. It was when I first started cutting her nails, and I cut one, and of course that hurt,
Got the
something
quick.
terrible. And she jumped up and ran. And I said, I'm sorry, Lucy, come on back. She come back around me and got in position so I could finish cutting her toenails. She wasn't afraid. She knew that I didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
And I don't think you and I beat our dogs or hit our dogs or correct with anything like that.
I think one time I smacked her on the butt for something, and I felt so bad, because that's not what she needed.
No, and I'm a big corrector by putting my hands on both sides of the face and looking in the eyes and saying, what
Depends
were you
on what they're
thinking?
doing.
Yeah, but I'm not someone who swats at them or something
No.
like that. I don't have time for that.
And to teach her to whoa like you want, one day I went to my mailbox, and she knows where to stop in the yard. She doesn't go past that mark, not down past the trees. And I was talking to a man at the mailbox, and she started to come over. And I said, Lucy, whoa. And I walk back over to her, and you pick her up and you put her back to the original spot. And you say, whoa. And that's how you teach them to stay where they are. Just telling her to stop when she walked out, I wasn't teaching her anything. Showing her, I said, here. So you have to be firm, but you don't have to yell and carry on. Don't raise your voice.
Well, thanks so much for bringing her. I've really enjoyed this. She's quite a character, to say the least.
She's a good dog.
She really is.
And of course, it was going to be not allowed on the furniture. She can be on any furniture she wants. She just kind of won that battle.
At your house?
Yes.
Where does she sleep?
Usually in the bed, but I have a kennel, and sometimes she'll get out of bed. She's too hot, and she'll go over and get in her kennel.
I have a kennel with the door open in my house, and my two.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll get up at night and one of them will be in there.
Yes. Yeah.
Last night I came out and I think Cody was in there, and I'm thinking, well, you didn't have to be in there, but they like it there.
Yeah,
That's
they
their
do.
security there too.
Yep, it's their space. And she rides in a kennel in the truck too. Once in a
Oh,
while I
does
let
she?
her sit on the seat, but most of the time she's in her kennel. We can go for hours.
She's in the second seat back. You have a what kind?
Correct.
You have a what's it?
I just got a pickup, so
A
she's
pickup.
in the back seat, not in
But
the
she's
back.
not in the back.
No.
Okay.
She's with me.
All right. Well, thanks again. I appreciate it.
You're
It was
welcome.
fun.
Thank you for having us. Tell her bye,
Do
Lucy.
you Lucy, do you have anything else to say? You want to talk about it?
You want to give her a kiss?
Give me a kiss.
Yeah, you give her.
Come here. Can you come up here? Come on up here. Let's get a final kiss. Come on. Come up here. Can I have a, no, you're not going to kiss. Oh, no. She knows
You know
we're
why?
going.
Because she thinks we're going. Lucy,
Because the leash is on.
you want to find a bird? Want to go for a ride? Yes. I know. You ready to go now? Go for a ride? Want to find a bird? Where's a bird? Yeah, I know. You ready? See, that's different.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
You're welcome. Thank you.